Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And now here's the starting 11 for your FC Tulsa. The captain, your FC Tulsa is defender number 91, Abdullahi Sissoko. Defender number 2, Owen Khan. Defender number 4, Delis Pierre. Midfielder number 5, Marcos Serrano. Midfielder number 6, Boubacar Igano. Midfielder number 26, Giordano Poli. Midfielder number 47, Harvey St. Clair. Forward number 9, Taylor Calahera. Forward number 10, Khalil Abdakal. Forward number 21, Alexander Loudoun. And the goalkeeper, number 99,
Well, FC Tulsa start tonight's game top of the Western Conference, and a win tonight will take them into double figures for their unbeaten run. They're up against third placed from the Eastern Conference, Loudoun United FC, tonight. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into One Oak Field. Dave Saunders, joined by Anna Burgle. And Anna, for you on the field, why are FC Tulsa top of the league?
I think one of the biggest pieces, FC Tulsa has been so consistent on the field. They have a lot of depth coming off the bench as well, so it's really been a full squad effort, and it's really shown up in these tight games.
Well, we're delighted to bring in Caleb Saul, the general manager here at FC Tulsa. I'm going to ask you pretty much the same question, Caleb. Top of the league, well done on that. A lot of hard work to go, but what for you, from top to bottom, has been why they're top of the league?
Yeah, I think it's the people we brought in, the culture we've been able to create, the backing of the ownership, and I think when you have those three things together, that bodes well, keeps everything consistent and allows us to push forward.
You mentioned the culture. Talk about just what has changed and the investment in the players that you've brought in and their character.
Yeah, we focused on the character in the off-season. We wanted people that we thought had been there, seen playoffs and done that. And more importantly, we just need hard-working individuals to come and buy in. I think we've got that, and once you have that as your platform, you can really take off from there, and I think that's what's happening.
You guys are where you want to be right now, but obviously still have a high goal ahead of this season. What do you need to do to keep where you are?
Yeah, consistency, just making sure we stay on the same track, don't get carried away. Just because we're first in the table right now is lovely, but it doesn't mean a whole lot.
Caleb Saul. Caleb, thanks for joining us here. We can't wait for this one. We're back after the break on a beautiful night for football. It is FC Tulsa versus Loudoun United FC.
I couldn't lay down, I couldn't stand up.
My shoulder blade and the muscles between the shoulder blades.
Bent over, couldn't stand up straight.
The pain just got progressively worse.
Turns out that I had scoliosis.
When I walked into Tulsa Spine and Rehab for the first time, I definitely felt very welcomed.
Dr. Riley, I just made an automatic connection.
He's going to take care of you and your needs and get you going.
I walked out of here and I didn't have a crick in my neck anymore.
There is truly here the desire to help people get better.
What does it take to safely transport 1/3 of America's natural gas? To meet the ever-growing energy demands of revolutionary technologies. To cleanly, reliably, and affordably power the world, technology and innovation that continues powering the future of our nation and the globe. Experience powers us.
Dear future Charlie, Mom said life is full of opportunities. She also said life is full of learning new things. Really, really cool new things. And when you have the right tools, there are a lot of skills to learn. If we all do the best we possibly can, you just never know whose life might change
For the better.
Ascension St John is proud to care for our community on and off the field. Trusted for 100 years. We're here for every goal, every game, every step of the way. Visit us at ascension.org/St John. Tonight's match is also brought to you by Bill Knight Ford. Bill Knight Ford is a proud sponsor of FC Tulsa. Bill Knight Ford is Oklahoma's #1 Ford dealer for 15 years running. Stop by today and get your hands on your new Ford today. Bill Knight, home of the Knight Advantage. And by Williams, we make clean energy happen. Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome into One Field. Dave Saunders and a burger with you as we take a look at the home starting 11, FC Tulsa. And Anna Bergel, not a bad front three up there. And a few changes and a start for Coley in the midfield.
Yeah, and that's one of the big components for FC Tulsa this season is just the depth that they've had. They've had players in and out of starting lineups. They've been able to shift formations and be successful, and a lot of star power on the bench. Recent signing Trevor Amon, potential debut, and FC Tulsa just continuing on their hot streak.
As for the visitors, Loudoun United FC, look out for Abu Kora, who's one of the top goal scorers in the league, wearing number 11. And also the Frenchman Valou, and a familiar face, Anna Bergel, to FC Tulsa fans, Tommy McCaig, who will anchor the midfield.
Absolutely, FC Tulsa fans familiar with him, but he's an anchor, as you mentioned, does a lot of that hard work in the midfield. Loudoun United FC, third right now in the Eastern Conference, so this is a top match between these two sides.
Just a few minutes, few seconds, I should say, really away from kickoff. You can see it's a little bit gloomy in the skies, but it's a pretty good night for a game of football. Let's have a look at the injury report brought to you by OSU Medicine. Nobody, as far as we know, on the Loudoun United FC side. Cole Johnson, the goalkeeper, Arthur Rogers and Jamie Webber all out for FC Tulsa. As we look down at the field, we can see the visitors, Loudoun United FC, are all in white tonight up against FC Tulsa, who are in those familiar black and gold shirts. And this a vital game. There's Coley, who we said has not started a game. He's been coming for a few games now, I should say. He's been coming on as a sub, but the Australian's a big night for him, Anna, and he's a very good player as we are underway. And the ball is already back with the goalkeeper, Hugo Faru. Expect a lot of possession from Loudoun United tonight. FC Tulsa like to get the ball forward quickly. And here's El Medkar. Alex Delou chipping the ball into the box. That was going to run away over the white line for a goal kick. Just from the build-up and what we're hearing, obviously we know FC Tulsa and the way they play with that high front three. But Loudoun United are a good team and they like to possess the ball.
They do, and they're very organized. They have good movement in the midfield as well, so have a lot of numbers centrally. So that's something that FC Tulsa will have to be mindful of. And both of these teams clearly have had success throughout the season, so this is a good match, and especially at this point in the season, heading into the back half.
Harvey Sinclair drives a shot. That was a difficult one for Faru, but he does really well to make his 47th save of the season. Well, let's have a look at the keys to the game. With just over a minute gone here.
Yeah, and we got to talk to, sporting director Caleb Sewell leading up to this game, and just the impact that these players have had starting the game with pace, making sure that they can set the tone and really dictate the pace of play. Want to make sure that they're compact defensively, as we mentioned, because Loudoun United FC, very good in possession, very organized, so want to be cognizant of that. And then obviously both sides of the ball, but finishing chances in front of goal is so crucial, because we've seen multiple games, Dave, throughout this season where FC Tulsa puts together quality chances in and around the 18, but it's those moments when they're able to be clinical in front of goal that changes games. So it's definitely a point of emphasis tonight heading into the game.
Keys to the game brought to you by Case & Associates. Tommy McCaig gets the ball back to Learman, who goes wide to Awuar. Forward come Loudoun down the left-hand side. Here's Awuar again. Low ball into the box. Delence Pierre there with the outstretched leg. Just foils the danger. McCabe, who will do all that blue-collar work in the midfield, gets this to Tingy. Tingy hits one. And a good save from Johan Peñaranda, who had to be at his best. So both goalkeepers are tested early inside his first 3 minutes.
And Dave, I think that's just a testament to these two quality teams. They want to come out, they want to set the pace, especially with what's at stake here. We'll get a quick look at that last sequence. Really great strike, Peñaranda, good position, able to punch that one away. But similar efforts on either end from distance with pace, just trying to get those shots, force keepers to make a save early and keep them on their toes.
0-0 the score, 3 minutes gone. Thanks for your company here on ESPN Plus and My 41 here locally in Tulsa. FC Tulsa, top of the Western Conference. This is a cross-conference game with the third place team, Loudoun United, in the Eastern Conference. Learman has conceded the throw-in. Good pressure there from Taylor Carrera. Forward comes Owen Darm. Owen Darm, Mr. Versatility. Long throw-in in, but he's playing at left back tonight in a back four, which is slightly unusual for FC Tulsa. They've been used to a three. Coley, left-footed ball. Good ball into the box. A.B. Sissoko was in there, couldn't get on the end of that one. Harvey Sinclair, last man back, has to make the challenge. Owen Darm wins a header, but forward comes Loudoun to Below. Below's continued his run. He's onside here, I should say. Low ball into the box. Peñaranda again at his best on the 6-yard line. Florian Below was singled out in the press conference with Luke Spencer, and he said a lot of the play, there is Luke Spencer right on cue, comes through the Frenchman.
Right, and that's something FC Tulsa will have to be aware of. He's been able to do a decent job so far in this game of just creating that space, kind of drifting away and finding himself isolated, which is where he can be really dangerous.
You had to look at Luke Spencer there. It seems incredible to think that this is his first season as head coach. Of course, this is his second year with FC Tulsa, but things have gone very well for him, but he works extremely hard, and he's brought the players together. And we spoke to Caleb Sewell in the Open, if you saw that one, and everything from top to bottom is going well. Here's Delou. Owen Darn back into the danger area, but a good grab from Hugo Farou, who runs to the edge of his box and then says to everybody, let's just calm it down for a minute. The 28-year-old Frenchman. Good start from FC Tulsa. Good start to the game with both teams.
It is. It's been high energy, and you mentioned just the start from FC Tulsa and Luke Spencer. And I think what's been neat to see throughout the season, Luke Spencer's messaging has been very consistent. They understand what's at stake. There's been, movement around the league. They're at the top of the table for the first time, arguably, if not the best start in franchise history. But his message is the same to players. High standards, want practice to be high. But Loudoun United FC on the other end, Dave, they've had success as well and have their sights set high on Eastern Conference.
And success because of that man there, Ryan Martin, the 42-year-old from Ohio, was the academy director at DC United, but joined Loudoun in June 2019. Here's the ball into the danger area, and another good grab from Hugo Farou, who is one of the best goalkeepers in the USL Championship. Florian Below. Forward to Keegan Tingy. Below again. Abukura tries to play the ball into the box, headed away by Abi Sissoko. Boubacar Diallo is back there. Delou lays it off nicely for El Medcar, but Taylor Carrera was closely shackled. A little word for Alex Delou, who's probably having his best season, I think we would argue, in an FC Tulsa shirt.
Yeah, he has, and he's just been one of those, again, we talk about consistency of FC Tulsa, and he's been one of those players. Every single game, been kind of that consistent force for them. He's done a great job, even has a goal on the season, but he's just found a way to get involved in every single play from a positive perspective from FC Tulsa and keep them level-headed. We'll get a quick look here at that last sequence.
Yeah, free kick for FC Tulsa right on halfway. Gera Signs are industry leaders in visa processing for professional athletes. They work hard off the field for the players to succeed on it. Reach out today for your organization's consultation. Tommy McKay trying to get the ball away. Still FC Tulsa on the edge of the box. Serato tries to play a 1-2 with Coley, the two central midfielders. Here's Harvey Sinclair, drives the ball in, but it comes off Kiwami Awua away for the corner for FC Tulsa to be taken by Marcus Serato.
You're going to look at St. Clair. That is one of his many weapons, his distribution. It's broken up there, but leads to a great opportunity here with FC Tulsa corner early.
Katrina Freshmack's corner. Serato goes short here to Coley. Back to Serato, the Brazilian. Into the box, headed away by Cole Turner. Back into the box. Where will it fall? It goes to Hugo Farou, who can pick that one up and roll it out to Below, who goes quickly towards the front line. But Diallo's back there with Harvey Sinclair, and Owen Darn will go back to the man in his pink shirt, pink socks and purple shorts, and that is Johan Peñaranda. Drew Skundrich gets pretty much his first touch of the game. Didn't play in the last league game, Skundrich. That's the ball over the top. Delancey back there. Again through to Peñaranda. It's quite an open game, Anna. Both teams wanting to play the game in the right way. Pretty attacking game for both teams.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we talked about the stakes on both sides with the Western and Eastern Conference, but high intensity, and you're at the point in the season where you're trying to create a little bit of separation. If you're FC Tulsa, you're currently obviously in a great spot, but the Western Conference is very compact when you look at points. So FC Tulsa trying to create some separation. And then Loudoun United FC currently with 27 points, trying to close that gap between Lou City and Charleston Battery. So a lot to play for here, and both of these teams coming out and setting the pace early.
10th minute, 0-0. Thoreau is quite happy just to take time out of the game and then goes long towards the right-hand side. Owen Darm is there with Velo. Tingy. There's a driven shot coming in. It was from Pedro Santos, the 37-year-old Portuguese man in his 7th start. There's Johan Peñaranda, 4 clean sheets this season, and with that save he made earlier on in the game, 28 saves. Interesting, Anna, that you look at 47 saves for Hugo Farou compared to Johan Peñaranda's 27. It just shows you both quality goalkeepers, and maybe just Peñaranda's not had as many shots to save. Maybe you talk about a good defence in front of him, but you can argue that Loudoun's defence is good. It's just strange how numbers for goalkeepers can differ, but it is the opportunities they have to keep the ball out of the net at the end of the day.
Right, and that's been one of the really bright spots for this FC Tulsa team that you haven't seen in the past, is defensively have been able to really be solid in tight games, and that is definitely due to Peñaranda, but absolutely the players in front of him as well. They've done a great job throughout the season just defending as a unit and making it really tough for teams to score on them.
Throw in then for Harvey Sinclair. Gets it back, plays it forward for Coley. El Medkar gets muscled off it. Skundrich tries to get the ball from under his feet. El Medkar does well, pulls it back, but Skundrich atones for his error. And away by Awuar. Delence-Pierre a little bit too close to Riley Bidot. There's no necessary push there, I think, from Velu. And now Sissoko goes in there. Sissoko is trying to calm things down. Maybe a little bit of French being spoken there between Velu and Sissoko, of course. Referee would just bring the ball in and just try to calm things down early on in this competitive match. What we can tell you is the USL on the CBS Sports Network kicks off August with a League One Battle of the South. Newcomer FC Naples take on South Georgia Tormentor FC. That's Wednesday, August the 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern on the CBS Sports Network. And just like the USL Championship, League One gets stronger and stronger. Tommy McCabe forward to below. McCabe again. Uncomplicated player is Tommy McCabe. Threaded ball through it. Sissoko gets in a little bit of a tangle. That's a good threaded ball through, and it's the opening goal. It was a beautiful threaded ball through, and the goal is scored by Riley Bidot, and it opens the scoring in this game. In the 14th minute, it's FC Tulsa 0, Loudoun United 1.
Great piece of play from Loudoun United FC. Unfortunate Sissoko by his own standards. Poor defending there, and Loudoun United FC taking advantage. Great ball, slip ball in behind. And Riley Bidot, outstanding finish, really. His angle was tough, low and away with pace. And Loudoun United FC on the board first here at One Oak Field.
His fourth.
Taking advantage of the mistake, and can't let teams, especially like Loudoun United FC at this level, have those chances or they'll capitalize.
Header away was from Yanis Learman, another Frenchman in this game. Here's Delence-Pierre. Owen Darm. Harvey Sinclair will plant this ball into the box. It's headed away by Tingy. Harvey Sinclair will play this ball back to Johan Peñaranda. Long ball from Delence Pierre. Tingy has to look over his head and does really well.
These next 5 minutes, Dave, so important for both teams to stay mentally switched on. You see a bit of frustration there from FC Tulsa. If you're Loudoun United FC, want to stay aware defensively, not let anything up these next 5 minutes, especially after scoring the first goal. And FC Tulsa now having to come from behind, different situation, changes the dynamic of the game. So Luke Spencer will look to see an energetic response, a positive response. You definitely don't want to get frustrated. There's still a lot of game left to be played here.
There's Marcus Serrato, who got that goal of the week with that fantastic curving free kick. Delence Pierre heads away. Ball flicked on by Carrera, couldn't find DeLu. Volleyed away by A.B. Sissoko. And here's Drew Skundrich. They're an experienced side at Loudoun United. Harvey Sinclair has won the throw-in for his team. Well, from the ER to orthopedics to brain surgery, Ascension St John has got you covered. Visit us at ascension.org/St John. Abukura's gone down. A little bit of a clash there with Harvey Sinclair. Let's just have a look, Anna. The ball was played over the top. I think both players competitive going for the ball. Harvey Sinclair made sure that Abukura was not going anywhere near to the ball, and then I think there was a bit of a pushing there, and I think maybe Abukura's gone down a little bit easily there. Got to be careful, of course. Didn't happen in your day, did it?
No. I mean, I will say I could understand the frustration there. Both players going in tough. Again, we just continue to talk about the stakes, especially at this point in the season.
And I like that. The referee's just had a really good, calm word off camera there with Coach Ryan Martin there. Ended up with smiles. Good refereeing, good communication. Delence Pierre. FC Tulsa having to come from a goal down here. The goal from Riley Bidois. Now they're working the opportunity here. Harvey Sinclair just couldn't get the ball into the box. Below. Just couldn't get it into the path of the top goal scorer there, Abukura. As I said, he is tied on 11 with Miami's Francisco Bonfiglio and, of course, Cal Jennings, who plays for Charleston Battery. FC Tulsa's top goal scorer is Taylor Carrera on 8 league goals. Boubacar Diallo's gone down under a challenge with Tommy McCabe. Again, I don't think there was too much in that. And then Diallo has just fouled McCabe. Weather-wise, it was nice to wake up and hear the rain, much needed in these parts, although some gardeners would disagree with me and say we've had quite a lot of rain. I don't think there was anything in that one too much. But it's the rain went away. It you know, a cloudy sky, but it's a nice temperature, although there's still some humidity around, isn't there?
Yeah, it definitely brought a bit of relief, though. Earlier in the week, you felt like it was triple-digit heat outside, really tough environment to play in. So this is definitely a breath of fresh air for the players who've been training in heat all week.
Just off camera there, one of the assistant coaches for Loudoun was shown a lacrosse law yellow card by the referee for something he must have said. Long throw from below, looking for Bidroit now. Owen Darm is going to get a lacrosse law yellow card for pushing the goal scorer down. Got to be careful there, Anna. I think they're rather covering defenders, but as we know, a red card can be shown for last man foul.
Yeah, and this really changes the dynamic for Owen Dom. It's still pretty early in this match, and sitting on a yellow card, he'll have to be cognizant. But Bidroit did a great job getting in front of the defender, forcing him to make a decision. And it's tough. It's a tough situation for both players. Owen Dom, you see, pleading his case there, but Bidroit had room in behind. And a great opportunity upcoming here for Loudoun United FC.
Free kick, right of centre. There's the FC Tulsa players being led by A.B. Sissoko. Interesting that he took a bit of a knock and couldn't play in the Jägermeister Cup game at Indy 11 last Saturday, Anna, and Coach Luke Spencer said there was something slightly missing with him not being in the squad, not only from his good play as we look at this foul, but also his character and his leadership.
Yeah, and I think that's something too that's just really important for this FC Tulsa backline all season, is having someone, a vocal leader, but also in the work, and I think owning mistakes as well and trying to make them right, and just knowing that, you know, every player on this team, we've talked about the character of this FC Tulsa squad. They've all bought in. They're all building up each other, and he's definitely at the forefront of that.
Still we await the free kick. FC Tulsa got a three-man wall. Take your pick from Abu Kora or Pedro Santos. Big moment in the game with the score in the 23rd minute. FC Tulsa 0, Loudoun United 1. Referee blows the whistle, and it's put too high there from Pedro Santos. There he is. Interesting that Caleb Sewell, who we interviewed, the general manager and sporting director here, actually said that he played a couple of years with Pedro Santos in Portugal. Said he's a very nice man. 37 years old now, good player and a good person. There's Peñaranda, headed on by Taylor Carrera. Owen Darm, headed on by El Medcar this time. Couldn't find Deleu. That was an overhead kick from Drew Skundrich. Peñaranda has to come out of his area. Owen Darm on this game is that they're not fazed by playing top of the league, FC Tulsa, and they're biting into the challenges and not giving a lot of room for FC Tulsa players on the ball.
No, you're exactly right. And FC Tulsa like to have, you know, that space and possession, and Loudoun United FC really closing in very, very quickly, not giving FC Tulsa players much time to make a decision. Done a great job keeping that energy up. And when one player checking in, the other player closing in behind. There's a foul here centrally, and it looks like another yellow card will be issued now to Diallo after that last play.
Yeah, Diallo gets the lacrosse law yellow card, so two FC Tulsa players now in the referee's notebook. Well, you can watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network, for two upcoming matches. Monterey Bay FC face off against FC Tulsa. That's on Wednesday, August the 6th at 10 p.m. Eastern, and Lexington SC battle Phoenix Rising FC on Saturday, August the 9th at 6 p.m. Eastern. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. free kick. There's Ryan Martin, who will be pleased that Bidouar has got the goal to put his team in front. Referee holding up his arm to say the time has been added on. The ball in the centre circle. And we're hearing that the assistant coach actually got a red card. Now the ball is towards the FC Tulsa byline, but it's gone away for a goal kick. So a red card that has been shown to one of the assistant coaches. There he is. And he'll have to go and sit in the locker room. Passionate game, but referees have been very hot on this, haven't they, Anna, that they're not going to accept dissent from the bench, from substitutes or anybody. And, you know, that we've all been there. It's, you know, you shout for things and so on, but he must have said something he shouldn't have said and got a red card. Free kick to FC Tulsa. Marcus Serrato is going to take this one. FC Tulsa have just had the one chance, well saved by Hugo Farou. Peñaranda made a good save, but he's been beaten by Riley Bidouar. Here's Delou, just got in behind the defence temporarily, now checks his run. Brings in Serrato. Serrato's got Harvey Sinclair. Sinclair to the back post. It's just over El Medcar, but it did come off Tiggy, and that was better from FC Tulsa from the attacking point of view.
It was, and that's where FC Tulsa really has found success throughout the season. When you have those runs off the ball, you have players like El Medcar, like Serrato, just playing with joy in that final third and trying to connect together. And this was a much better build-up from FC Tulsa. The ball over the top, just a bit too much on it, but defender flicks that one out. And an FC Tulsa corner kick opportunity here upcoming.
Here's the Katrina Freshman's corner to the far post. Headed down and palmed away by Farou. He gets picked up by Abi Sissoko. And that's a good save. The header pulling away there was from El Medcar.
And Dave, El Medcar, one of those players that has really just come on strong for FC Tulsa, been in and out of the starting lineup, but has done an outstanding job and almost sneaks this one in front post.
Another corner into the area, punched away by Farou. Good header from Delou, who's not the tallest, but just timed his jump into the air and won the header. Owen Dunn, good spell for FC Tulsa. 29th minute, they still trail by a goal to nil. Owen Dunn waits. This time it is a long flat throw into the area. Good header away by Liam, and back in with the overhead kick by Boubacar Diallo and caught by Hugo Farou, who's handled the football very, very well. Well, as the world demands low-cost, low-carbon energy, Williams will be there with the best transport, storage and delivery solutions. Williams, we make clean energy happen. Some head tennis going on here at One Oak Field. Thanks again for joining us here on My 41, here locally in Tulsa and also further afield on ESPN Plus. You're very welcome. Dave Saunders, joined us always by former professional Anna Bergel. And Anna, your thoughts, you know, on this first, we're in the 30th minute. What are your thoughts on the game in general?
You know, I think it's really been impressive how Loudoun United FC came in, tough environment here at One Oak Field, obviously up against a top test in FC Tulsa, and really started the game strong. Both teams came out with a lot of intensity, as we knew there would be, and Loudoun United FC, when you're able to be clinical in front of goal, especially early, it can really change the dynamic of games. Possession's been about 50-50, but Loudoun United FC's done a great job when they've been in those positions to capitalize. And FC Tulsa, they've had the one chance. They've had moments in and around the 18, but still kind of looking to put together more quality opportunities and really challenge Burrow, and so that's something that FC Tulsa will have to change. It's been a fun game to watch. You knew it would be coming into this game. Two top teams with both conferences, cross-conference test, a lot at stake, so it's been fun to watch so far.
1-0 it is. Riley Bidois' goal on the 14th minute, separating the two sides. Owen Darm in some space. Tried to play it back to Serato. Skundrich will pick this one up and spray it out to the left-hand side to bring in Kawami Awua up from left back. Skundrich again, ball stolen away by Diallo. Tommy McKay slides in. Serato with the outside of his left foot brings in Harvey Sinclair. There's the ball in from Coley, headed away. Sinclair again, wearing 47, gets pushed down, free kick to FC Tulsa. There's been a few fouls in this game, but nothing too malicious. The referee has had to produce the yellow card on occasion. There's Harvey Sinclair. He's represented Scotland. His mother was born in Scotland at under 17, 19, 20 and 21 level. Important player for FC Tulsa, another versatile player, can play at right back or right wing back. Competitive player, always in the thick of the action. Here's Serato. Rolls it here to Coley. Coley low into the box. Good foot away by Tingy. Serato tidies up. Back to Sinclair in the centre circle. Sissoko has stayed up in the front line. Diallo. And Sissoko was adjudged to have pushed Skundrich. I think Loudoun United are doing a pretty good job at frustrating the home side here.
They have, and that's something from an FC head, and not to try to find that next goal, but just keeping FC Tulsa out of a rhythm. It's been tough for them to find clear-cut chances on goal. And credit this defense for Loudoun United FC. They've done a great job. You know they can be compact defensively coming into this game. They've had some sound defensive moments.
Johan Peñaranda, wearing 99. Was signed in June last year and is just one of those really hard-working professionals. Seen him train and just never stops talking, you know, whether the ball's up in the attacking third and he's way back there, he's always talking, organising. There's a foul by Harvey Sinclair with Abukura.
Peñaranda really has a neat story with, came into FC Tulsa on a short-term contract and then another short-term contract, and then just continued to prove himself when his back was against the wall and earned himself a permanent spot on the team. It's always neat to see players come in like that when they're given that opportunity and just rise up and take it.
Yeah, he's a popular man around these parts, is Johan Peñaranda. Always got time for the autograph hunters and very happy to thank people for supporting his team. Below it is with the free kick here. Could be planted dangerously into that danger area between the penalty spot and the 6-yard line. And Johan Peñaranda, who waits. 35th minute here at One Oak Field. That one just overdone by Below, and it will go away for a goal kick. You can just see the families up there to the right of your screen on the grassy banks. Quite a few families there tonight. They lay the blankets down and the kids have got free play up there. Of course, we remember the game when it was pouring down with rain a few weeks ago and there were 3 people who just would not move, and they watched the whole game. Dedication in the rain, but the families enjoying it. They always get a good experience here at One Oak Field watching FC Tulsa, and of course they're watching the team who are top of the league. It's never been this good in FC Tulsa's history. It's the best start, and they are on a 9-game league unbeaten run. Diallo just having a twist and turn and create a little bit of space. Pierre will go back here to Johan Peñaranda. But when you talk to the likes of Caleb Saul, you realise how much this club wants to be up at the top, and how they're doing it, and they're doing it pretty quietly, and everything from top to bottom is very, very professional.
It is, and I think the biggest piece, and from, you mentioned, top to bottom, is Loudoun United FC here on the break.
There's a shot across goal, and it's going to go away for a goal kick. It just shows you how quickly this game can change. It was that man who's got a bloody nose, the goal scorer, Riley Bidwa.
Now, great transition play from Loudoun United FC there. It's been really neat, kind of back to your comment, Dave, here in a minute as we get another great look. Ball in behind, trying to find that ball across the face of goal, but just doesn't have a runner in behind. Getting tended to after that play.
Caleb Saul was saying he believes that they're one of the only clubs that have got just a few miles away from this ground and then you throw in that FC Tulsa have applied to be a training camp for the World Cup for one of the countries coming in. They really are going places.
Yeah, and I think, just even in my personal experience as a player, when you have a staff fully behind you and investing in the little things, investing in recovery, investing in quality of training fields and all of the things that come with being a professional athlete, it just continues to build and makes you want to do more and want to represent the club well on the field. And I think all of those things really come together, and when you're able to do them collectively from the front office, from the backing of ownership, and bleeding that over into play on the field, it's just neat to see how far they've come and what they look to continue to do here in the future of this franchise.
To the here and now, they're losing by a goal to nil with 7 minutes to go till half time. Well, tonight she's brought to you at the moment on the sideline. So temporarily Loudoun down to 10 men. Here's Diallo. Taylor Carrera came off the front line there to play temporarily on the right. Abikura picks the ball up, plays his colleague Awuha in a bit of trouble there, but FC Tulsa have won a throw-in. Harvey Sinclair, there is the goal scorer. 6th start today, 4 goals. Did play for the New Zealand under-23 side in the 2024 Olympics. Did Riley Bidwa. Here's Harvey Sinclair then with that long throw, launched into the area, headed down. Carrera shoots! Oh, and that's a good grab from the goalkeeper. Well, Taylor Carrera's the top goal scorer for reasons like that he can produce an effort on goal from seemingly nothing.
And that's a tough save to make in traffic. You talk about Carrera really making something out of nothing. His body positioning, his shape was not really showcasing a strike on goal coming. He was square to goal, away from goal, and then just that quick release shot. But Farrow able to watch it all the way through.
And of course, the yellow card was just shown for the goal scorer. FC Tulsa underway again with just 5 minutes to go till half time. Serrato just overcooked that one, and Pierre will not be able to keep that one in. It's been a little bit frustrating for FC Tulsa, who produced some good moments, but you normally get a rousing team talk from Luke Spencer at half time. Remember the last game when they were 1-0 down at half-time and promptly came out, scored 2 goals to put themselves 2-1 up against Monterey Bay. And that ball is away for a Katrina Freshmack's corner. FC Tulsa will not want to concede a goal here, but if you're Loudoun United, what a great time to score a second.
Yeah, great opportunity for them. And, you know, coming into this game, head coach Ryan Martin just mentioned that, you know, cross-conference opportunity, and FC Tulsa now a different type of team where they're at the top of the table. Teams want to come in and show them what they're made of, especially now at this point in the season. And Loudoun United FC came in strong, trying to find a second one here heading into halftime.
Below with the short corner, gets it back, pokes it into the box, but it's going to go through to Johan Peñaranda. FC Tulsa players sprinting forward quickly. Peñaranda does really well to pick out Coley there, who was one of those that sprinted forward from defending. Loudoun possessing the ball. They just had slightly more than 50% of the ball. Strong challenge from Delence Pierre on Abukura. Delence Pierre, who was signed from Colorado Springs Switchbacks, having won the championship last year. It's that kind of quality player that FC Tulsa set the bar high and brought in. Owen Darm, who was on loan and is now an FC Tulsa player, having been on loan from Lou City. This is a good run from Owen Darm, across goal! And a brilliant finish from the top goal scorer, Taylor Carrera. Well, it just needed a little bit of magic from Owen Darm, and Taylor Carrera scores his 9th of the season, and we are level here at One Oak Field. FC Tulsa 1, Loudoun United 1.
And FC Tulsa back in business from an offensive perspective, and this is why Owen Dom, when he's playing with energy and confidence, the creativity here just to create a little bit of space, and then a dangerous ball across the face of goal, and you know you have players on the other end, and Taylor Carrera, a player of that caliber, not going to miss from there.
Taylor Carrera's 9th goal of the season in league play. Here he is, the goal scorer. Good time to score for FC Tulsa. We were just talking about it, to go into the locker room having just scored is good for the team. Here is Taylor Carrera on another run here, round 2, pokes it forward but just ran out of ideas in the end. But let's credit Owen Darm with the assist. I mean, he was on the halfway line when he started his run, Anna. It was a great run, and then the ball across for a goal scorer, as you know, having played the game, couldn't have been more perfect.
No, and you almost needed something like that from FC Tulsa, because they had some great moments intermittently throughout that first half, but really needed a player to kind of take over the game and get things going again for FC Tulsa. And Owen Dom,
which will be 3 minutes of Tulsa stoppage time here at One Oak Field, with the game delicately poised at 1-1. Diallo hooks the ball forward. Tingy's underneath this, under pressure from Serato. Tommy McCabe. Hurried clearance from Cole Turner. They were excited at FC Tulsa, talking about raising the bar, when they signed Taylor Carrera, and he is proving to be one of the best strikers in the league.
Yeah, he really is, and it's one of those things too where it's hard when you have a player of his caliber to really continue to build up players around you, is because the strength raising the bar for players around him, which I think has been a big testament to how successful this FC Tulsa team has been able to be, and just making each other better day in and day out, and it's proven really well as they've been able to translate that onto the field.
Here is the scorer. surrounded by white shirts, but he's still got the ball, manages to get it into the box. It's going to fall here for Delu. Crowd wanting a handball. Diallo, left foot, hits the defender Learman, cleared away. Delancey-Pierre. And goal scorers love scoring goals, and if they go a few games without scoring one, they have to keep their head down and just take those chances, and that'll do him the world of good. He's in form, is that man. There's a skewed shot from Owen Darm, who has got a goal on the season, but that one he didn't quite get as he would have liked. It's a good finish to the half for FC Tulsa, but if you're a Loudoun United fan tuning in, you must be pleased, Anna, as we take a look at Owen Darm's shot, that, you know, your team are very much in this game, having led from the 14th minute till just a couple of minutes ago.
Right, I mean, absolutely. They've had some really good moments in this game, as I believe a yellow card shown in the midfield. We'll try to get confirmation of who that was, but Loudoun United FC, you know, coming in again, the team at top of the table, FC Tulsa, big matchup, and that was something that Ryan Martin mentioned coming into this game as a player. These are the types of games you want to play in. Cross-conference, big teams, a lot at stake, and Loudoun United FC has had a great showing here in this first half, and it's been a good matchup, good competitive, physical game, but both teams, as you mentioned, Dave, just trying to play the game in the right way, good possession-oriented soccer to watch, and I imagine we'll have more energy like that here in the second half as both of these teams try to find that next goal.
That yellow card was for Harvey Sinclair, so he goes into the book. The LaCourse Law yellow card. That's his fourth of the season. Now Delancey-Pierre will get a LaCourse Law yellow card. He's saying that was his first one, but I think on the replay here we might see that this was a little bit overzealous from behind, Anna.
Yeah, I think we'll get another look at it. It could be a reckless challenge here in the middle of the field, and referee trying to keep the game under control, is giving out a few yellow cards, wants to make players quick angle there, but referee was right on top of it, seemed very confident in the decision.
One of those awkward falls as well for Santos. He's picked himself up. Tommy McCabe on this free kick for Loudoun United FC. Towards the 18-yard line, flicked on, but Owen Darm's there just to belt the ball away, and the referee will say that's enough for this half, and we go in at the break. Anna Bergel, 1-1. Your thoughts on the game that you've seen as a whole?
I mean, I think Loudoun United FC came in really strong, able to be clinical in front of goal, and FC Tulsa mistake defensively, but able to claw their way back, essentially, with the spark from that man, Owen Darm, and I think it's just really exciting here as we head into halftime. Both teams obviously with a goal, but we've mentioned what's at stake cross-conference wise, and each team will definitely come out with a ton of energy here in the second half. Yeah, lots more to bring you then in the second half. Before that, we are going to go to the Williams halftime show. We'll see you after the break. It is FC Tulsa 1, Loudoun United FC 1.
Craving comfort? Waldo's Chicken and Beer has you covered. Sink your teeth into our crispy southern fried or juicy rotisserie chicken. And don't forget our scratch-made sides like mac and cheese plus our original sauces. So grab a beer and get clucking to Waldo's. 71st and Yale, Broken Arrow, and Inawasa. Waldo'sChicken.com.
Hi, I'm Bill Knight for Bill Knight Ford, and we're proud to be part of the Tulsa community and Oklahoma's #1 Ford dealer for 16 years, providing you with unmatched sales and ownership experience. We're grateful for the trust and support you've shown us, making our continued growth and success possible. Here's to 16 years of sales leadership and many more to come.
Join us at Bill Knight Ford and BillKnightFord.com, 96th and Memorial, and home of the Knight Advantage.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least consulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket? No, but we do make them work. Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the Seat View feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
When I come home, it's like I feel like I'm in my dream home. I've been doing a little research on HELOCs, and I went to Oklahoma Central Credit Union. They were wonderful. We've added pretty much a new addition to our house. We didn't even have to pay the closing cost. They paid it for us. So I've been with Oklahoma Central for quite a while. I'm not going anywhere else.
Make every occasion unforgettable with Waldo's Chicken and Beer. From corporate lunches to special events, enjoy our irresistible dishes, including breakfast. Waldo's full-service catering has you covered. We'll handle the food so you can focus on what matters. Waldo's Chicken and Beer, catering made easy.
Well, a goal from Riley Bidois, followed up by a goal for FC Tulsa's Taylor Carrera, brings us to a score here at One Oak Field of 1-1. But now we pause to remember our friend and colleague John Coachel, who passed away Thursday evening following a courageous 9-year battle with brain cancer. Despite countless surgeries and treatments, John embraced life every day with a passion and love that lit up every room he walked into. A valued member of the USL HQ staff since 2015, he will forever be remembered by his big smile, contagious laugh, and his deep love for his family. John is survived by his wife and son. He was just 39 years old.
Prinks Tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines. From early mornings to late nights. From fun with friends to winner takes all. From the biggest fan to the biggest heart. And at every turn, Prinks Tires will be there for the long haul.
Whoa, termites can eat a pound of wood a day. Pound of wood a day.
Pound of wood a day. Pound of wood a day.
What's wrong, Daddy? Daddy? You okay?
Keep termites out of your home and your head with our premium guarantee that covers up to $250,000 in new termite damage. Before panic shows up, Terminix it.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
This week on USL All Access, big news coming out of Detroit City in the USL Championship. Sporting director Trevor James departs the club. What's the vision of this organization moving forward? Jägermeister Cup is out of control, but we are down to 8 teams. And why, oh why, are we still talking about El Clamico?
Welcome back into One Oak congratulations, as you say, Anna. Let's have a look at some scores and some upcoming games from around the league. This one of only 2 games being played tonight. As you can see, the other game there is Colorado Spring Switchbacks 0, Lexington SC 0. Here it's 1-1. Tomorrow you've got a clash between Louisville City and North Carolina. Indy 11 play the Tampa Bay Rowdies. San Antonio against Sacramento Republic. And you've got Pittsburgh, Rhode Island, and also Phoenix Rising against Birmingham Legion. As we take a look at the news and notes and the Derby Day record. What about this? Lexington Soccer Club welcomed the club record 8,252 fans to its match against local rival Louisville City FC in the USL Jägermeister Cup. And going for glory, USL Championship clubs claimed 7 of the 8 spots in the Jägermeister Cup knockouts, going 27-8-7 against League One opposition. And in Vegas, they're wheeling and dealing because Las Vegas Lights FC acquired Anthony Herbert and Mackenzie Gaines and transferred out Valentine Noel and Malik Howell in separate transactions. So that's your news and notes. You're up to date with everything apart from how this game is going to finish, because we've got to come back in the second half. We're hoping for a really entertaining second half. We'll go to break. We'll see you after the break with the score at FC Tulsa 1, Loudoun United FC 1.
Saturday night, under the lights, Tulsa shows up strong. FC Tulsa returns to 1-0 Field to face New Mexico United. Kickoff is at 7:30 p.m. Get the girls together. It's Women's Empowerment Night, an evening to celebrate strength, ambition, and the incredible women in this town. Because soccer in Tulsa is more than a game. We'll see you there.
Hi, I'm Bill Knight for Bill Knight Ford, and we're proud to be part of the Tulsa community and Oklahoma's #1 Ford dealer for 16 years, providing you with unmatched sales and ownership experience. We're grateful for the trust and support you've shown us, making our continued growth and success possible. Here's to 16 years of sales leadership and many more to come.
Join us at Bill Knight Ford and BillKnightFord.com, 96th and Memorial, and home of the Knight Advantage.
All right, Trauma OR team, I've got an 18-year-old female that was involved in a motor vehicle collision.
Everybody in position. Okay, everybody, level 1 trauma coming in. Senior resident up top.
We got 49 number count. We got to move a little faster. Yeah.
Tulsa's first.
Chest and a pelvis, please.
Tulsa's only. Level 1 Trauma Center.
Well, tonight's match is brought to you by Ascension St. John. Illness and injuries don't wait. Neither do we. Ascension St. John is here when you need seconds away from the second half. Can't say enough again, Anna, that yes, it's clouds in the sky, but it's a little bit more pleasant for the players. Some humidity around, but I don't think they'll mind this too much here at One at Field tonight.
No, definitely, and especially at this point in the season, you know, game management, bodies are tired, trying to make sure players continue to stay rotated, stay healthy, so the weather can definitely play a part in that. So a cool evening for both of these teams after what's been a really busy July. We're about set to get started here, and that first half, we talk about Riley Bourgeois, great first goal as you get a look at him there. Ball in behind after an error defensively for FC Tulsa, but they had work to do. Got on the score sheet first, and then on the other end for FC Tulsa, Taylor Carrera able to get that equalizer. So we get a look at El Medcar as well, FC Tulsa players all getting more involved in that final third later in that first half. So they'll want to continue that momentum here as we start this second half.
And I know, you know, we're not right at the end of the season by any means yet. The fireworks go off and FC Tulsa get us underway in this second half. But this is a big 45 minutes for both of these teams tonight, isn't it?
It really is, and we got to see a quick look at the standings there at halftime, and you know, the Western Conference, it's really compact. There's still a lot of room for movement, and FC Tulsa trying to create some separation, but I think it's important to remember, you know, Luke Spencer midweek has the same message week in, week out. They can only control what they can control and just trying to take care of 3 points where they can, and Loudoun United FC trying to do the same, but Charleston Battery, Lou City FC really creating some separation there up top, and so now they're trying to continue to build more of that stability in the top four and potentially catch Lou City if they can. So one game at a time for both of these teams, but you're right, it's not over yet. Clearly there's still a lot left to be played here in the USL regular season, but the games naturally start getting bigger, points become more crucial.
Yeah, the Eastern Conference a little bit more spread out, as we said. Charleston top of the pile on 41, Lou City game in hand on 38. Then you go to Loudoun, who, if they got this point, would finish on 28. But here's FC Tulsa's Calera into the box. It's going to fall here for a shot towards goal from Coley, and he holds his head in his hands because a defender got a foot in the way. I think it was Learman there, and it goes away for a Katrina Freshmetz corner from FC Tulsa early on in this second half.
That's the start you want to see from FC Tulsa. Come out, really force Loudoun FC defense to make a stop, and a corner kick opportunity here pretty quick for FC Tulsa.
Serrata goes short, hit a Coley again. Coley tried to get it into the box, it was blocked. And below will clear, left-footed down the Loudoun left, picked up by Owen Durham, who had that wonderful run from halfway for the Taylor Carrera goal. There is Carrera challenging Tommy McCabe, who's had a very good game. He always performed well for FC Tulsa. He's just one of those uncomplicated players, seems to tidy things up in the midfield. Well thought of at his clubs. He made 13 starts for FC Tulsa. He also had 2023 with Detroit. Also played nearly 60 times for Orange County in 2021-22. He's a good player. Talking to good players, he's Harvey Sinclair with the long throw. Maybe Sissoko has stayed up front. It would be a one-on-one duel between Owen Durham and Abu Kura if the ball was to come quickly from Loudoun. But here's Harvey Sinclair now to the back post. It's going to come all the way across. Brought down by Alex DeLue. DeLue's just got the ball from under his foot there, just lost control. Drops his left shoulder, then his right shoulder. Headed away again. In goes Harvey Sinclair. And it will be a throw-in. And Loudoun United, Anna, defended those corners pretty well there.
They did, and there have been a few in the first half as well. They've done a great job of, again, staying compact, staying organized. And what's important is not just that first ball, but the knockdown and that second ball as well. And they've done a good job being aware of where those players are and defending properly.
Here they come again to the away side. That's a wonderful ball into the box. And Bidwar there just couldn't get the ball from under his feet. And in the end, Sissoko looks at Delence Pierre and Johan Peñaranda has a little chat. And this really came out of nowhere, Anna.
Yeah, this was a really good piece of play. Great vision and awareness. And the pace on that ball allowed it to really sneak through that FC Tulsa defense, but really tough to bring that ball down. But ultimately earning a corner kick opportunity here on the other end for Loudoun United.
Yeah, below with the Katrina Freshmax corner. Low into the near post. Stooping header from Skundrich. Goes harmlessly away. If you look at Loudoun United's season, you know, they're up there in third place. They started off really well. They go to Birmingham Legion, they go to North Carolina and win those 2 games. Then they lost to Lou City, but then they come back with 5 wins in a row. And then since then it's been kind of here and there a little bit. They did lose to Oakland Roots, that 2-0 defeat. They had a couple of draws before that. They're beating Charlotte Independence, you know, on penalties. It's been a strange season, but they had a really good start, which has helped them be up there in the top 3, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's important, and especially when you can draw from those experiences. The long season, each game, I mean, there are games you feel like you should have won that you obviously don't, and then on the inverse as well, where you don't play well and may be able to squeak out a point. But ultimately it comes down to teams at the end of the season, if they're in a position where they want to be, where they can still reach their goals, if they can get hot, if they can find momentum in those consistency, the games in the back half of the season can really propel a team to where they want to be. So Loudoun United FC, even though they've had, as you mentioned, kind of here or there results over the last few games per se, they're still in a great position from a playoff perspective to achieve everything they want to.
Here's our Medcar. Finds Taylor Carrera. Carrera brings in Harvey Sinclair, who's always willing to run forward on the overlap. Sinclair drives it into the box. That was a good cross there with a little bit of venom on the end of it. McKay clears the ball. Back from Coley. Cabe again. Back to Cole Turner, who has to go back to his goalkeeper, Farouk. The Frenchman clears. Maybe Sissoko. Sissoko was signed at the beginning of the season. And as we heard from Luke Spencer in the press conference this week, Sissoko is a real leader and has galvanized this team. It's Cole Turner, 3 seasons with Philadelphia Union. And there's an FC Tulsa player who needs some attention. It's Delence Pierre there, down on one knee at the halfway line. Maybe Sissoko there to check on his teammate. Delence Pierre, we had him on the programme. Another great player and a good person, a good character to have around the team.
Absolutely. It's been really fun this season. I know I can speak for you in this, just to get to know the players of FC Tulsa, and I think the character speaks loudly. They've really brought in some great people, which has, you know, translated, as you can see, how they play together as well. The chemistry, the unity that they have on the field, and it's just a testament to the type of people that they come in and want to build this program with.
You know, and no Jamie Webber tonight, no Arthur Rogers, you know, and Caleb Saul and Luke Spencer have said players have got to be ready to come in and hit the ground running. You've got to come and slot into this team, and that's what players are doing tonight. Like, you know, Coley, who's not started a game in recent times. Here's Owen Darm. That's a good ball into the box. It hits the bar, and a great save and a great block from the defender as well. It hit the bar, it came back, and I think it was Calero with the shot, and a combination of Farouk and the defender keep the score at 1-1.
See if we can get another look at that sequence here shortly. But again, dangerous ball in. Owen Dom on that left side has caused all sorts of problems, and this was just kind of one of those balls, shot cross either way, caused some serious problems, and great defending from Loudoun United FC, willing to throw bodies in front of the ball to limit another goal-scoring opportunity for FC Tulsa.
Galera lays it off to Coley. Coley, intelligent ball from him, looking for El Medcar. El Medcar has worked hard, had to work hard to get his minutes in the team. He is the second highest scorer on 3 goals. Of course, he's playing against his old club, is El Medcar. He made over 50 appearances for Loudoun. Delancey-Pierre heads away in the headband there, wearing 4 below. Finds Abu Kora, who's offside. And I think I'm right in saying, Anna Bergler, in the 56th minute, that is the first offside of the game. I might be wrong, but Abu Kora is offside. AB Sissoko. It's interesting, isn't it? You know, you look at a squad of players, and yes, they've all got to be good footballers. Yes, they have to go into the system the coach wants them to play in, but it's more than that. And you get the sense with FC Tulsa, they're not just going to bring any player in. They've got to fit with the way that this club is going from top to bottom.
Yeah, and I think that's crucial for, you know, any team in sports. You can have quality players, but especially if you've played at any level, whether, you know, youth, high school, college, professional, if there's players on the team that don't fit the culture, don't fit the mindset, no matter how quality they are, it can really derail the success that you want to have as a team or as a program. And so FC Tulsa trying to be very intentional about the type of player that they bring in and wanting to really buy in. And I think it's a testament to this team where you mentioned, you know, players having different roles, maybe having to come off the bench, maybe having to have limited minutes compared to what they're used to.
There's a ball across goal. It was Pedro Santos who was trying to get on the end of that one. It just was out of reach for him. Now SC Tulsa break. Galera still with the ball wide on that left-hand side. Now steps in field. Wonderful ball through. He's onside. It's El Medcar, and it goes into the side netting, and El Medcar holds his head in hand, but it will be a corner. I don't think he could believe he was onside.
Found himself in a lot of space here, but great play in transition from FC Tulsa. Carrera just able to keep this play alive, gets his head up, find a little bit of space. Really thoughtful ball in behind, and that diagonal run hitting El Medcar. Tough to see from that angle if he was offside or not. Nonetheless, flag stays down, and FC Tulsa with a corner kick opportunity here.
Yeah, Katrina Freshmack's corner. It's a good save from Farouk as well. Very similar to the way the goal was scored by Bidwa in the first half. Here's the corner. And there's a header down, it's wide. There is El Medcar. I think it was a really good run from him to beat the offside trap, but it was a very, very fine save from one of the best goalkeepers in the league in Hugo Farouk.
That's something it's been fun to see El Medcar coming into games like this, because, you know, he's had goals, but the movement off the ball has been really, really well done throughout the season, because it creates space for other players as well. We'll get another look here. Owen Dom with the overlap. Taylor Carrera finding himself, and you see his run beating 4 players, and it's just the understanding and the chemistry as well of these frontline attackers.
Yeah, you got to work hard at that, haven't you? It's now there's an offside flag has gone up, and there are 2 Loudoun United players down injured. Everything was happening there. That is Pedro Santos. He's holding his left leg there in some distress. And, you know, going back to you were saying about the understanding between the players. I mean, again, I will say I've been to see FC Tulsa train, and their training facilities are up there with the best in the league, you'd have to say, and they've worked really hard on, you know, the playing surface. There's Coach Martin talking to Tommy McCabe with this game delicate poised at 1-1. You know, and we've said before and we'll say it again, they are applying to have a World Cup team in their training facilities, and you know, they've got a film room that's coming in. I mean, again, we say FC Tulsa are going about their business quietly, both off and on the field.
Absolutely, and it's fun to see just the evolution of this franchise, but really it lifts the USL Championship up as a whole as well when you have clubs like this investing in resources, investing in recovery, investing in, you know, the field, and trying to bring more soccer in and around the areas to fans all around the country. So, you know, a rising tide raises all ships, and I think it's really neat to see FC Tulsa trying to lead the charge from that perspective.
Santos is still down. That left leg causing some pain. It might be one of those knocks on the calf muscle that you get, and painful and uncomfortable. There's Luke Spencer, pensive, no doubt thinking how can he take all 3 points tonight. He was saying in the press conference about the number of games left at home and how they're kind of running out, but he wants this to be somewhat of a fortress. In fact, the last time that FC Tulsa didn't score a goal was here at One Oak Field against North Carolina, where it finished a 0-0 to North Carolina, and that was back on March the 22nd. So there's going to be a change, I think. Santos is saying my night is done. We're going to see Zach Ryan coming on, experienced attacker, 26-year-old. He has had 14 starts this season. Fourth official getting everything ready for Zach Ryan. 3 goals, 3 assists. Scored his last goal, did Zach Ryan, in mid-June. He scored the winner in the 3-2 home win against Detroit. And he comes on here in the 62nd minute to join the front 9. And Riley Bidwa, the goal scorer, also, he had a bloody nose tonight, but he's limping away. So a double change, the sweet shots substitutions being made by Coach Martin just after the hour mark. Here's the ball into the box. There's a header that loops up and away. And it will be a goal kick. So Velo and Zach Ryan will be the front 2 now for Loudoun United. Be a brave person to predict the outcome of this one, Anna. All 3 results very possible here tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, just the theme throughout this game, we've talked about the stakes, obviously, but there have been moments where we've seen players kind of take over the game. Owen Dom for FC Tulsa, as you get a look at him right there, changing the game in the first half with a great long run. Bidwa, the great run in behind for Loudoun United FC early on in this game, able to get on the score sheet. So there's individual players that can make a difference in this game. We've seen some big saves as well. So you're exactly right. I mean, anything can happen at this point. We've definitely seen it before.
And also want to point out that Pedro Santos is still on the field, the 37-year-old. He got over that injury. Here he is now, down that right-hand side. Low ball into the box, away by Serato. And then a wild left-footed shot or cross from the man still trying to get over the injury to his left leg. Holds up a hand of apology. 1-1 the score. We're in the 64th minute here at One Oak Field, and we can tell you that Tulsa Spine and Rehab are a team of specialists in one place, delivering lasting pain relief.
Dave, this is the point in the season as well for all teams where the depth of your squad really starts to come into play, because you're trying to manage tired legs, you're trying to just continue to keep the intensity high, and especially at this point in the game, it's natural your team might be dealing with knocks here or there, or, you know, mental lapses if there's kind of a drought for a goal scorer or whatever it might be. And that's where, if you have a team that has players that can make an impact coming off of the bench and keep the intensity high or raise it, it can really elevate you in the back half of the season. And that's something that I know we've seen that this FC Tulsa franchise has had that they haven't had in the past, and Loudoun United FC bringing in some substitutes as well. So it'll be interesting to see how they make an impact here.
Santos, clever ball, but Abukura can't quite keep it in. Of course, FC Tulsa players looking forward to maybe seeing their latest signing. Of course, Trevor Amang, who's been around the block and is an experienced player, and he's the latest signing who's come in this week. And Caleb Sewell always says to me with a twinkle in his eye, and we're not done yet, Dave. You know, so I think there's still more players to come in, but Amang is a good player, isn't he?
He is. I mean, a proven goal scorer. It doesn't matter where you are. If you're scoring 32 goals and 8 assists, I mean, it's just unbelievable the type of points he's been able to generate in the attacking third. So they're definitely excited to add him to this front line and just bring impact to those big games, especially at this point in the season where they just continue to push for more here in this 2025 season.
Awua with the throw-in. Game starting to open up a little bit here. Here's the ball into the box. Harvey Sinclair gets a glancing header away. He's going to chase after it, but he won't be able to stop it. And a few players beginning to tire a little bit. And as you said, Anna, there's plenty of players on the bench who could come on. As Loudoun United now are on the attack here with a throw-in, which is going to be taken by Keegan Tingy, the 24-year-old. He's come across from right back to take this from the Loudoun left. Here it is, into the box towards the near post. It's flicked on and in at the far post by Yanis Learman, the central defender, who taps it home. And in the 67th minute, it's FC Tulsa 1, Loudoun United 2.
It's a great play here. Dangerous throw-in from Tingy with distance, and the pace he's able to get on this to even create an opportunity here. Looks like Turner with the initial header back and behind Peñaranda. It goes over, and on the end of that one, might have been Learman. Doesn't matter if you're a Loudoun United FC fan. I believe it was Learman able to knock that one in on the far post. So Loudoun United FC here able to extend their lead with a good team goal here about halfway through the second half.
And no wonder Learman was happy, because that's his first of the season. He did have an assist, but he gets his first league goal of the season, and FC Tulsa have to come from behind again in this game. It's going to be a throw into FC Tulsa. Now you feel there might be some action on the bench, and as I look over, I think we're seeing a couple of FC Tulsa substitutions readying here for Luke Spencer to change this up. Here's the throw-in from Owen Dunn into the box, header away. A couple of players went down. DeLu won the header. Now he's got to sprint back, and Harvey Sinclair comes across, belts it back. Delancey can't play it because he was offside. If this result held, Loudoun United will go to 30 points. They did lose their last game in the league to Oakland Roots, a disappointing 2-0 home defeat. Before that, a couple of draws against Pittsburgh and Orange County. The last league win was that 3-2 win on the 14th of June against Detroit. Lots to play for here. We are in the 69th minute. Here's Owen Darm. DeLu from the left. Going to the byline. Can he get it back? He can, but there's good goalkeeping at his near post there from Hugo Farou. Well, Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the academy to the big league, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials and more. Select, the player's choice. Wua just overdone that one a little bit. It's going to come all the way to the other side, picked up by Tingy. Back to the goal scorer Learman, and that one will go out, and FC Tulsa here will make a couple of sweet shot substitutions. I say a couple, actually it's 3 in just a moment, because FC Tulsa have to defend here. 71st minute. Loudoun leading by 2-1. Tingy with the long throw from the right-hand side, launched towards the near post. AB Sissoko heading away, but there was a push there on Delence Pierre, and now FC Tulsa will make these 3 substitutions. Alex DeLu will come off. On will come Stefan Lukic. Trevor Among makes his FC Tulsa debut. And Lamar Batista back from injury. Good, Anna, to see him back. El Medkar and Boubacar Diallo making away as well.
Absolutely, all players coming on for FC Tulsa that can make a difference. Lamar Batista, a big piece of this FC Tulsa defense. Good to see him back after weeks of injury, and see if they can kind of change the trajectory here for FC Tulsa as they find themselves down a goal here. And Dave, Loudoun United FC, give them all the credit. They've come into this environment here at One Oak Field against the team at the top of the table and have really had a great game, especially these last few minutes. The possession has looked pretty organized. They've had some great spells up the wing and have forced FC Tulsa to be strong defensively.
Owen Darm has moved into the midfield now. Harvey Sinclair really pushing on. FC Tulsa have really gone to a back 3 now, trying to push a few more into the midfield. Here's Coley. AB Sissoko. Lamar Batista did score a goal away in the 2-0 win at Lexington late on. It's clever from Serato, who scooped it forward. Be interesting to see, Anna, you've got to, come in, Trevor Among experience, but how he gels with Taylor Carrera and the likes of Stefan Lukic. Here's Batista going to the line, and he's just overdone that one, but he has won a Katrina Freshmet's corner. But an experienced striker knows the game inside out, but it's interesting when you play with other teammates, isn't it? And you've got to quickly fit in.
It is, and it'll take some time to develop that chemistry, but I know FC Tulsa, again, if they all have that same goal in mind, they've done a pretty good job of every player, no matter where you are, continuing to buy in, and Amon having that same mindset.
The Australian Coley with the corner, launched into the danger area. Again, there's a good punch away by Hugo Farou. There'll be a throw in to FC Tulsa, quickly taken, and that's going to be a foul throw. I think Lukic was stood inside the field, if I'm not mistaken. But don't forget, you can watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network, for 2 upcoming matches. Monterey Bay FC face off against FC Tulsa on Wednesday, August the 6th at 10 p.m. Eastern. And Lexington Soccer Club battle Phoenix Rising FC on Saturday, August the 9th at 6 p.m. Eastern. Go to the USLChampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Hugo Faru has got a problem here with his right leg. Interesting that Faru did get shown a red card in the Jägermeister Cup game, which doesn't count towards the USL Championship disciplinary proceedings. He's performed well as Hugo Faru. How are FC Tulsa going to beat him here, Anna? I guess, you know, making those changes, freshening up the front line is one step towards that.
Absolutely, and you know what led to the success with the first goal, it just comes down to the movement off the ball, but the creativity as well. And I think Owen Dom really showcased that when just kind of taking the bull by the horns and driving forward and creating himself a bit of space. Good things will happen, and FC Tulsa has multiple players that have that capability. You get a look at St. Clair, his delivery, what he can bring off of the wing and balls from the outside in. So they definitely have weapons, but Ryan Martin really has his team organized defensively, tough to break down, and Luke Spencer making a few changes as we've seen in these last few minutes, and it looks like Dave might have just made another one to try to again liven up this FC Tulsa team here in the final 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, Harvey Sinclair has worked hard tonight. He goes off, means Owen Dunn will come to the right. Lucas Storfer predominantly will play on the left-hand side. Another sweet shots substitution from FC Tulsa. Skundrich. Ball ends up at the feet of Velo. Santos back into the danger area. Abukura gets up with a header. Easy for Peñaranda. Well, can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM-FC 157, North America's only 20 source MLS, Premier League and more, all on Sirius XM-FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. 77th minute. 2-1 to Loudoun United here, who are currently third in the Eastern Conference against the number one from the Western. That's FC Tulsa. Caleras on the chance here, couldn't get the ball from under his feet. Shot hits the legs, and luckily Tingy goes on to the top of the net. FC Tulsa knocking on the door, Anna Bergel.
That ball pinballing around in the 18-yard box, but FC Tulsa, good combination play, trying to create something here. Just tough for Carrera to get that ball out from under his feet. Lukic not able to get a clean enough strike, but Tingy in the right place, right time, able to knock that one up over. But FC Tulsa, as you mentioned, Dave, just trying to continue to apply some pressure here to find an equalizer.
Owen Dam has got some problems over there. I think it's cramp. Serato waiting to take the corner for FC Tulsa. It's going to be a fair bit of time to be added on at the end when you add up all of the stoppages, the sweet shot substitutions. There's the athletic trainer Destiny Ladaguna, who works so hard keeping the players fit and dealing with all the injuries and cramps as Owen Dam has got there. And now another double substitution for Ryan Martin. Abukura has come off, and on comes Robbie Dambro, another experienced player, 30-year-old. And also a change as Ben Mines there, you can see in the picture, comes on for Pedro Santos, who had that injury earlier on. And still we wait. Elliot Goldthorpe will come on as a Sweet Shots substitution for Owen Darm, which is another attacking move. Here's the ball in from the corner into the area, glances off the head of an FC Tulsa player, and now on the break with Mines. Loudoun United wanted to get moving here, but it's broken up by Batista. Now Serrato out wide on the right is the goal scorer, Calera. Lukic. Again, Loudoun United very quick on the FC Tulsa players, not giving them too much room. Lamar Batista gets a Lacoste Law yellow card, and they are mounting up in this game for FC Tulsa. That's the fifth Lacoste Law yellow card for an FC Tulsa player tonight. It's all got a little bit scrappy and untidy, and if you're Loudoun United, you don't mind that so much, Anna.
No, especially at this point in the game, you don't want FC Tulsa to find any momentum. Tough challenge from Batista there, yellow card, right decision, but the stop and go play really plays into what you want if you're Loudoun United FC at this point in the game. You don't want FC Tulsa to find a rhythm. You don't want them to find any momentum or energy going forward, and slowing the game down would help limit that.
Wonderful ball there from Cole Turner. There's a chance for a third, and but for the legs of Johan Peñaranda, it would have been 3-1. It was a wonderful ball from Cole Turner, and it was Ben Mines there who's just come onto the field, just not able to put that one home, and it is a a corner for Loudoun United. In the 81st minute, the Frenchman Velo will take this one. Delicately poised, 2-1 it is. FC Tulsa are used to scoring late goals. Won't want to concede a third here, but Loudoun United would love a third. And the ball is bouncing around all over the place. There's lots of players going in. Then there's a shot, then there's a save from Peñaranda.
See the players getting pumped up from Peñaranda's save there. He's had two big impact saves these last couple of minutes. Get another look here on the replay. The corner kick low, but this ball just kind of sitting for an opportunity to for someone to come in and strike it, but just so much congestion there in the 6-yard box. And then as it breaks, Peñaranda, full extension, gets just enough fingertips on it to punch it away.
There's the Katrina Freshmax corner. It would have been interesting, Anna, if that had gone in, because there might have been a player offside who might have been, you know, spoiling the view, should we say, of Johan Peñaranda. Well, soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. 83rd minute. Delence Pierre here will have to go back to Peñaranda. He's made a couple of good saves in the last minute or so to keep the score at 2-1. There's AB Sissoko trying to pick out Elliot Goldthorpe, who will take this ball for the throw-in. The man from Leeds in England, on loan from Lexington Soccer Club. Now he wants to take the long throw. Long throw from him into the danger area. Comes down here. Where's it going to fall? Coley with the shot. And again, there's a Loudoun United defender in the way. And how many times have we said that tonight?
The defensive effort from Loudoun United FC has been consistent. They've just continued to throw bodies in front of these opportunities for FC Tulsa and just commit fully to defending this goal. They've done a great job, and yet again able to block this one.
Stauffer into the area, shot, save, and the follow-up is in, and it's Lukic who gets the equaliser late on. The substitute does it again. It's FC Tulsa 2, Loudoun United 2.
Lukic, the difference maker, again off the bench for FC Tulsa, finds the back of the net for the third time this season. We'll get another look here at the replay. It's not about the first ball, but the second ball just as important. Great strike. Through with the initial save, but then Lukic understanding there might be a spilled ball there. Right place, right time, able to put that one away. And FC Tulsa finds the equalizer here late.
Yep, 85th minute, 2-2, still game on for either side. Here's Serato. Both managers have made their sweet shots substitutions tonight. Here's Goldthorpe, and he gets brought down. That'll be an easy LaCourse yellow card. Good run from Goldthorpe. Here's the goal again, and it was a good strike from Coley. Good save as well. Unsighted, but you're right, Lukic in the right place at the right time. It's interesting that Trevor Amang did play with Owen Darm, Stefan Lukic and Johan Penurat and Arthur Rogers in 2022 with Northern Colorado Hailstorm, so he knows quite a few of the FC Tulsa squad. Here's the free kick. Coley into the danger area, headed away. Lucas Storfer is there, manages to get it to Coley. He loops it forward, out comes Farrow. There's a clash, but there is an offside, and Farrow is down. And Sissoko is saying he really had eyes on the ball there. Farrow's okay, but LaCourse yellow card for A.B. Sissoko. Is a pretty honest player, and he gets a LaCourse yellow card. Well, as the world demands low-cost, low-carbon energy, Williams will be there with the best transport, storage and delivery solutions. Williams, we make clean energy happen. FC Tulsa's 6th player to go into the referee's notebook. Here's Serato. Headed on by Amang, who's done well to force a corner there. Good play from Trevor Amang, the latest signing. Signed from Sacramento Republic. Marcus Serato it is with the Katrina Freshmax corner. Holds both arms aloft, plays it to the far post. It's headed away. FC Tulsa will have a throw in on the far side, 87-minute mark. Throw in, Elliot Goldthorpe. Another long throw from Goldthorpe into the danger area. Strong header away from Fabien Vallot. Storfer keeps it alive for FC Tulsa. A.B. Sissoko flicks it on. Lamar Batista's in there. And in the end, it goes away for another Katrina Freshmax corner. And in fact, Lens Pierre challenged for that ball as well. Good finish from FC Tulsa here, Anna.
It is, and the substitutions have absolutely made a difference. But FC Tulsa, great job here. Sissoko with the header, and Pierre trying to get his body around the shot on frame. Well defended. And an FC Tulsa corner kick opportunity coming up again, but the referee here might have to step in again. Emotions are high late in this match. Points at stake here.
Yeah, Taylor Carrera it was. And they shake hands to the two players. Referee just saying, I don't want any more paperwork to do. Let's not have any more LaCourse yellow cards. Katrina Freshmax corner. Now there's more pulling. Former FC Tulsa player Tommy McCabe in there as well. Referee's got a little bit of sorting out to do. I think he's done well. He's kept things calm. Lots of players in there jostling for position. Robbie Dambro in there as well. There's Lamar Batista with Learman. That ends up in a little friendly Tate. There's the fans. Here's the ball into the box. Headed down, and the referee had spotted an infringement. Well, the USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN Plus. Go to uslchampionship.com or uslleague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. We're in the 90th minute here, and the game is locked in at 2-2. Forward come Loudoun United, but that's aimless, and that's going to be a goal kick for Johan Peñaranda. eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favourite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. 2-2. We're going to have 5 minutes of Tulsa Tech stoppage time as Elliot Goldthorpe wins the ball for FC Tulsa. It's flicked on. Calera back to the 18-yard line. Shot! Saved by Hugo Faru as that man Lukic again straight at the goalkeeper. Now a wonderful punt down the field, and across goes Lamar Batista, and down goes the Loudoun player. It's going to be a throw-in to Loudoun United. Ben Mines picks himself up. Got a bit of a bash in the nose there, I think. And in fact, he's going to have to leave the field, I think, because he's got a bloody nose. So more time to be added on here. Batista defended it pretty well. FC Tulsa have had a 2-2 draw in Miami in recent times. Back on July the 5th, they were in Miami and got a 2-2 draw. Here's the punt down the field. It's a good old-fashioned punt down the field.
It was in transition, Mines trying to get him behind, and then strong challenge from Batista there, able to clear it away.
Here's the ball into the box, defended it well by FC Tulsa. Mines is getting treatment on the touchline. Here's Velo late on, trying to pull the strings for his team. There's the ball to the far post, headed back by Learman, headed down, and Peñaranda makes a save right on his goal line. And I think Loudoun will feel they could have done better there, because now at the other end, Calera's in there, and that's great defending in the end from Awuha. It really is end-to-end this game. Free kick now to Loudoun United. Well, I wonder if we're going to get a chance to see that again. Peñaranda makes the save, Anna, but I'm wondering whether they could have done a little bit better here.
Yeah, great creativity initially to start the play. Ball headed back across, but in that moment, especially at this point in the game, have to be clinical in front of goal. And Peñaranda, great save, and then quickly back on the other end with the punt. So this game really end-to-end, wide open. Both teams fully going for it here.
And Ryan Martin is going to make another couple of substitutions, brought to you by Sweet Shots. Ben Mines, who came on as a sub, has to go off with that bloody nose. So on comes Moses Nyman. Mines disappointed he didn't get many minutes, but got that clash. Sissoko heads away. Lukic heads away, felt he got a push. Tingy does well. Cole Turner forward, headed purposely away by Sissoko. Over the top. Now, real chance to win the game. Trevor Amang, and he's put it wide. Oh, that would have been some debut for Amang if he could have just put that one away. And he just puts it wide, and now Loudoun United come forward again. We've got a minute and a half left of this one. 2-2. We hope you're enjoying this game here on ESPN Plus and My 41 here in Tulsa. The game's still up for grabs here. Players sliding in, trying to win the ball. And now FC Tulsa come forward. Storfer, he goes down. Referee says it'll be a free kick, and maybe A.B. Sissoko and the likes of Delence Pierre and Lamar Batista will go forward, and FC Tulsa. Well, here's the chance, Anna.
So unfortunate in behind. Great header initially to break through that defense, and Aman finds himself 1v1 by his own standards, wants to do better there. But nonetheless, FC Tulsa with a great set piece opportunity here.
And this could well be the last opportunity. Marcus Serrato. Is there drama at the last here for FC Tulsa? Ball's in the box. There's a shot from Lukic. In comes Serrato. Great block again. Another shot comes in. Oh, it is! It's a winner for FC Tulsa! Would you believe it? It's Coling! There were 2 blocks, and the Australian said, leave it to me. I'll win the game of football to keep FC Tulsa top of the league. FC Tulsa 3, Loudoun United 2.
Coley with his first of the season, and what a way to do it here at One Oak Field. Brave defending from Loudoun United FC, throwing bodies in front of every strike here, and FC Tulsa able to find a way through in Coley, and just an electric finish here at One Oak Field for the potential game winner.
Giordano Coley gets the Lacoste Law yellow card for taking his shirt off, which is one of the rules that was brought in a few years ago. Let's have a look at it again. If you don't succeed, try again, FC Tulsa.
I think it's just a testament to this team, and he could not have hit that any better.
Loudoun, can they equalise? Now there's a free kick for them late on, and we're in the 97th minute, and maybe there's more drama here. Calera with the challenge. The FC Tulsa fans must have thought they'd won it, and now this could be, Anna Bergel, the last kick of the game, and a chance for Loudoun to go away from One Oak Field with a point.
This is where you have to be thoughtful. Don't want to give away free kicks, especially in this position. But you see Peñaranda just trying to organize his team here defensively, and Loudoun United FC trying to be intentional. 4 players talking through their next play here, and it looks like Ryan will stand over this one.
Well, FC Tulsa have got everybody back, unsurprisingly. They've got the draft excluder, which I think is Marcus Serrato. There are 5 men in the wall. Zach Ryan with maybe the last kick of the football in this game. Referee blows the whistle. Peñaranda stand on his line. The drama is not done yet, folks. Hang on here, because One Oak Field has a habit of producing late drama. FC Tulsa, through Coley, thought they might have won it. Now the goalkeeper's up there, Hugo Faroux. Here's the ball into the area, headed away by Sissoko. That's it! FC Tulsa will finish the night top of the league. They win a 5-goal thriller. The fireworks go off. And can you have any more drama on a night like this? Anna Bergel, your thoughts on this win for FC Tulsa?
Just what grit and fire from this FC Tulsa team to come back from behind multiple times throughout this game. I think it's just a testament to the vision of this club and the firepower that they have collectively as a unit. So many players involved, off the bench making a difference, and Luke Spencer leading this team again to another thrilling victory here at One Oak Field. What an unbelievable game, and credit Loudoun United FC came into a tough environment, put on a really great performance, but FC Tulsa able to find some magic here at the end.
Coley with the winner late on. We've got to just take a break now just to settle this down. We're going to come back though and we'll wrap this one up. It's been a 5-goal thriller. FC Tulsa 3, Loudoun United FC 2. We'll be back right after this short break.
When I come home, it's like I feel like I'm in my dream home. I've been doing a little research on HELOCs, and I went to Oklahoma Central Credit Union. They were wonderful. We've added pretty much a new addition to our house. We didn't even have to pay the closing cost. They paid it for us. So I've been with Oklahoma Central for quite a while. I'm not going anywhere else.
All right, Trauma OR team, I've got an 18-year-old female that was involved in a motor vehicle collision.
Everybody in position. Okay, everybody, level 1 trauma coming in. Senior resident up top.
We got 49 on our count. We got to move a little faster. Yeah.
Tulsa's first.
Yes, to the pelvis, please.
Tulsa's only. Level 1 Trauma Center.
What does it take to safely transport 1/3 of America's natural gas? To meet the ever-growing energy demands of revolutionary technologies? To cleanly, reliably, and affordably power the world? It takes experience. 117 years worth. Experience that helps society move towards brave new horizons in technology and innovation that continues powering the future of our nation and the globe. Experience powers us.
Well, welcome back into One Oak Field. And I think everybody's just trying to take in what they have just witnessed, because FC Tulsa have won it very late on by 3-2. So 5 goals, but let's have a look what other stats we can pick out in just a moment. But we're going to join live now FC Tulsa's head coach, and that's Luke Spencer, just after we've looked at the stats, because FC Tulsa with 10 shots on target. In fact, we'll come back to the stats because Luke's there ready with us now. And you can see there 10 shots on target, 6 for the opposition. FC Tulsa had just more of the possession. There were 9 corners. Just an incredible match tonight. Throw in some yellow cards and 5 goals and you have had a game. Let's see if we can go down on the field now and join Luke Spencer. Luke, just try to sum up your emotions of that thrilling game for you as the head coach of FC Tulsa.
Yeah, I'm really proud of the group. I thought the fight was incredible. These guys are tough. There's a lot of points in the game where they could put their heads down and stop, but they fight through it, and that's been the theme all season long. So just really proud of the group, and again, right, it's a collective effort. Subs came on, impacted the game in a positive way, and so yeah, just feeling really proud of the group.
Coach, talk about just the consistency and the mentality of this team when they find themselves down throughout the season. It's a no-quit type attitude. Just talk about how that translates in training and onto the field as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that we speak about, right? Being resilient. And, I think we speak about it. We talk about examples of it, what it looks like. And that's been a strength of ours all season, right? You can't be perfect. Sometimes you're going to concede goals, right? But we have to deal with it in a productive manner, and I thought we did that tonight.
Coach, you've had, players in and out of starting lineups and just being key parts of this field. Lukic, again, coming off the bench, making a difference. You talked about the collective effort. What did you like to see from this team tonight in their performance?
Yeah, I thought we played a pretty good first half. I thought we created a decent amount of chances, and both teams had their chances. And I thought the second half it opened up a bit, and we came out with fight at the end. I thought It came down to chances and who finished. Johan made a couple incredible saves to keep us in it. And so it was just a real collective effort. Like you said, Stefan Lukic comes off the bench, scores another goal. He's done that a number of times this season. And so it's something that, we'll continue to do throughout the season. Hopefully we won't always have to come back, but to have impact off the bench like we did tonight, that's got to be a theme.
And Coach, finally, there's not much time now, is there, before you turn around and you're in Monterey Bay playing on Wednesday?
Yeah, absolutely. And so, we'll have to process this pretty quickly, but as always, we'll talk about it, review the film, and then we'll come back to work in training because, yeah, like you said, it's a quick turnaround, and we got to get ready for a good team in Monterey.
Luke, thanks as always for joining us here on the broadcast. Congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
That's Luke Spencer there. And Anna, it's almost like he can do no wrong. He brings Coley into the starting lineup, and Coley becomes the hero at the end.
Absolutely. And, he mentioned it, the collective team effort. It doesn't matter who's on the field, who comes off the bench, everyone understanding their role and what they need to do to find the 3 points. And FC Tulsa with an electric comeback win. He mentioned don't always want to have to come back from behind, but we've seen FC Tulsa multiple times throughout the season in this position, and just the grit and fight from this team and the resiliency, it's been really neat to see.
Well, we've shown you the stats. We've also had the interview with Coach Luke Spencer, and we talked there as we look at FC Tulsa's upcoming schedule. They go to Monterey Bay, and then they're back home here against New Mexico United. Then they go to Hartford and play Orange County, and then they go to Colorado Springs Switchbacks. That is a tough August schedule, Anna Bergel, but if you're going to be in the top 4 for the home playoffs or win the league, you got to play teams like New Mexico and Orange County with respect to Hartford Athletic, who are improving as well. Every game difficult.
Right, and the team just continue to get stronger and stronger throughout USL Championship, and FC Tulsa has to be at the top of their game, especially obviously at home, but on the road as well, trying to get some points as they continue their quest at the end of this regular season.
Let's have a look at Loudoun United's schedule. They have fought hard tonight. They go to Rhode Island. Then they are at home against Indy 11 and then Sacramento Republic on the 20th of August before they are at Charleston Battery, and then wrap up the month of August versus Miami FC. Of course, that highlighted game there in the middle is in the Jägermeister Cup quarter-finals. Well, Anna Bergel, a final comment from you. We'll see if we can bring you the Waldo's Chicken and Beer man of the match in just a moment. But a quick word from you. I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's Coley who's got the Waldo's Chicken and Beer man of the match. And why not? I mean, he fought hard and he scores a brilliant goal. Your final comment from you tonight.
I mean, coming into this game, these are the types of games you want to play in as a player. Quality teams fighting for spots at the top of the table. And it's unfortunate for Loudoun United FC because they had a good performance, but you remember who's on top at the end of it, and Coley with an unbelievable goal to put FC Tulsa through to the finish for the 3 points. And just what an unbelievable match as a player, as a fan, and just as a neutral watching in, just the excitement between these two teams.
Anna Bergel, thank you so much to you. Thank you to Blake and the team who brought you all these sights and sounds and graphics tonight. You've seen a 5-goal thriller at One Oak Field after FC Tulsa go to Monterey Bay. How about you come back and visit us again a week from tomorrow for the New Mexico game. So on behalf of my broadcast partner Anna Bergel, from me, Dave Saunders, and from all of the team here at One Oak Field, and to you for tuning in, we'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. Final score for the final time: FC Tulsa 3, Loudoun United 2.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.